Hey everybody, my name is Ryan Haley, and I will be doing a presentation on Chapter 12, Improving the Quality of Expository Writing, from the textbook Inclusion Strategies for Secondary Classrooms by M.C. Gore. I apologize for how this looks. My computer just blew out, so I have to use this computer that is from the late 1960s. Down there is Calvin. He's going to be my co-host for today. I just thought Calvin should appear more in public other than on the backs of trucks peeing on things. So basically this chapter is about taking the fear away from one of the scariest things that you can find in a classroom, which is the blank page or the blank computer screen. Some kids do better with narrative writing, but many struggle with this expository writing. And the first key I want to go over is to how to teach summarizing. Basically, you select a topic sentence, you invent a topic sentence if necessary, you delete all examples and unimportant details, you delete repetitive material, you substitute a superordinate concept for a group of items or actions, condense main ideas, and combine smaller main ideas. A lot of times students that are trying to write these papers aren't sure exactly what's important and what's not. That's where the biggest struggle comes from. Once they have that, they're not sure exactly how to present it. And topic sentences to them are just the first paragraph, just the first sentence of a paragraph, as opposed to something that can help you actually organize. The next one I want to talk about is how to teach text structure. This key helps students improve their writing and is an excellent strategy because production is increased when an assignment is seen as achievable, confusion is avoided when students have a pattern to follow, frustration is avoided when confusion is circumnavigated, and organization is supported by the pattern structure. So basically we are, as teachers, giving them a very specific template on how to write their paper. This does sort of seem like it constricts creativity. This is Orson Welles. He directed Citizen Kane. He has this quote that says, "The enemy of art is the absence of limitations." Clearly later on, the enemy of Orson Welles became fruit and vegetables. But basically what he's saying is that you can't have art without these limitations. If you want to call expository papers art, that's cool. But you basically have to learn the rules about how to write before you can then go in and change the rules and figure out what rules that you want to change. Without knowing the rules, then there's not much you can do. Key 62 was writing frames. Writing frames scaffold students with ELN as they attempt the writing process because sequencing of the paper is clarified and supported, confusion is eliminated as the frame is an explicit scaffold, organization is ensured because of the frame structure, motivation increases as students experience success, and persistence in production is increased when students experience success. So there's a couple things here. One, the students really need to know every single step. Every single step has to be laid out almost like Lego instructions. And then at the bottom here, it says persistence in production is increased when students experience success. This is a little bit like chunking from somebody else's presentation or a different chapter in the book. Persistence in production is increased when students experience success. Each little step that they go through, if they know they can nail it, they'll be more confident that they can nail the next one. So instead of day one of a classroom saying, here, write this paper on trees or whatever they write about, breaking it up into smaller steps and making sure that they know how to do each step is the key to this key. This is a picture of a scaffold, just in case you didn't know what one was. I thought the textbook used that word an odd amount of times instead of saying the word support system, or being supportive. So there you go. Finally, we have rubrics for writing. Rubrics are good inclusionary strategies because motivation is increased when students understand exactly what to expect and exactly what they must do in order to earn a good grade. Attention is elevated when motivation is increased, and organization is supported if the rubric includes organizational information. So this is a little bit like the last one, but now we have a clear example of it, like that. this is a writing rubric. Now, this is helpful for everybody involved, including the teacher. Basically, once kids get their grades back, they can see exactly what they did right and exactly what they did wrong and how to do things better next time. This, I think, is something that could be given to kids and parents before the writing process begins, just so they know exactly what they're going for. It's also helpful to teachers, not just because it makes grading a little bit easier, but also for somebody who maybe teaches one class that has third and fourth graders and another class that has fifth graders. Different rubrics can keep you from getting confused as to what each student should be capable of at that time. So that's basically it. Writing expository papers can be boring. I know it was one of my least favorite things in elementary school and high school, but there are ways to make it fun and make it interesting for the kids. Basically, very, very small steps and clear instructions are what allow the kids to have the most success. Thanks, guys.